What up? It's working as per usual, you guys. Welcome home. Welcome to the channel. This is Man of Letters, your source of knowledge, information, and entertainment. Doing a live reading of the Emerald Tablets as per usual. If you're watching this video while we are not live, give it about 10 minutes or so before we start reading. You can fast forward or you can hang out with me until then, but it's going to be kind of awkward again because I'm not actually live if you are watching this in the future. That being said, what's up? My name's Keith. For all you new people, be sure to subscribe, and when you do subscribe, hit the little bell notification next to the subscribe button down somewhere, because that lets you know when I actually put out new videos. Otherwise, it only lets you know about every 3 or 4 videos that I release. I'm gonna put some music on in the background, get ready for all the magic making. Get the oregano ready. Tonight we're doing the key to above and below, which is a staple in the occult, esoteric, spiritual, even quantum theory level. Today, this as above, so below. And just to give you a kind of breakdown of what we're dealing with here is the holographic universe, is the Bible as above, so below. In that on every plane of existence there exists a set of laws, and nothing escapes those laws. Nothing escapes those laws. The key to above and below being one of those laws. The next one is chapter 12, the law of cause and effect, which is another banger too. The law of cause and effect says that you cannot have a cause that doesn't contain within it a piece of the effect, and you cannot have an effect that doesn't have a piece of the cause in it. And what that means is that everything comes from one thing, source, oneness. And that's how we're all tied together. So a good example of that, maybe this actually isn't a good example. This is actually a much debated example of that. And that example, that debate, is whether or not humans are natural entities, natural on Earth, like things humans are doing, are they or are they not natural? I argue that they are natural because, again, we come from nature, and you can't have an effect that doesn't contain the cause, right? The thing that sets things in motion is going to have its imprint on all those things because it set the motion. Nature set the motion of humans. We came out of nature. So to say that humans aren't natural, yet we came from nature is, what's the word? When you're having to hold 2 conflicting ideas, cognitive dissonance. Nah, that's not actually a very good word for it. The better word would be, I know, you're just drawing a blank. Anywho, that's one example, a debated example. But that's what these 2 chapters are in the Emerald Tablets. The only thing is that the Emerald Tablets tends to speak in code, whereas it's not too black and white. That's why I love the Kabbalion so much as compared to the Emerald Tablets, because the Kabbalion, which for the you newcomer, actually for the old comers too, I don't talk about my book too much. I should really do a better job about talking about my book, but my book is taken straight from the Emerald, is taken from the Kabbalion, the 7 principles of the Hermetic philosophy. 2 of those being cause and effect and law of correspondence, which is as above, so below. It's easier to talk about these things from a philosophical standpoint, as a philosophy and not as a religion, because religions tend to be dogmatic. And if there's anything that the Hermetic philosophy teaches, it is structures and its patterns. And it's simply how to use those structures and patterns. Not trying to negate those patterns, because we can't stop them. Right? We can't stop the law of rhythm, for example, that there's always a swinging pendulum between happy and sad. Like you will never be happy indefinitely for the rest of your life. It's retarded. It makes no sense. Just like you can't be sad for the rest of your life. You can't be courageous for the rest of your life. You can't be fearful. You're always going to swing back and forth. The key is to rise above the swinging pendulum, sort of step out of the situation, become an observer, who can see things for what they are and not be so enveloped by the things that are happening. Because what happens is humans tend to be very, very emotional creatures. Emotion is what makes us powerful. It's where our energy comes from. Emotions are palpable things, but they are so strong that they can consume us. And when we sacrifice logic and reason to emotion and passion, then all is lost. We need a balance between logic and we need a balance between emotions. To leave out either is to fail at just about anything you wish to attempt. Sorry, that was a bit of a tangent. Anywho, I was all gun-ho about this, and now I'm super tired. But it's cool. Because we shall push forward anyways. I'm going to open my phone now and see what you guys have been up to. Nice, you guys are sending me cool stuff right now on Instagram. Dude, there's Toth statues for sale. That's amazing. Kansas City King, if you're in the chat room, thanks for sending me that. Where we at? I'm opening YouTube now so I can see what the hell you guys are up to. And oh damn, there's quite a bit of you in here. There's 20 people. Nice. How you guys doing? I'll go through one by one and say hello to you all. Junior Bonix, hi. Sindhu's EXO, hello. Malia Beauty Goddess, hiya. Gianna Lauren, deuces. Son of Earth and Sky, blessings. Chakras and Chasers, I hope you brought your chasers. because I brought the gin. J2 Sweet for Words. Hi again. Son of Earth and Sky. Let me hear that song. I would love to hear it. Not creepy at all. Depending upon the lyrics of the song, it could be creepy. I don't know. Tree, hello. The clam before the storm. I think you meant calm, but clam is cool too. Somebody needs to write that down and put it on a T-shirt. The clam before the storm. Is that it? Is that all we got in here? Dread Life 420. What up, man? Oh man, Malia, the Kabbalah is my Bible too. Cassandra, hello, inspired by nature. How's it going? Sindhu, sea call, life's natural flow. Sleepy, Sindhu's, I am sleepy as hell. Where is legal? Oh shit, I forgot that this is right here. Go ahead and move that to the side. Oh, Lady Ali Blue Dragon, haven't seen you in a while. I hope you've been doing well. I really have. I mean that too. I'm not just saying that to say that. I hope you've been well. It's nice to hear from you. Destiny Champion. Destiny Champion. There's a song by Common Kings. It's called Champion. It's really fucking sweet. Sweet, sexy, tasty, vibey, groovy ass song that you should listen to. It's called Champion by Common Kings. They're a Hawaii reggae band. Cool. Miss Megan, how's it going? You can send it to my email if you want. Just Keith Garcia 808. Oh, Keith Louy, Keyth Garcia 808 at Gmail. Diane Brown, how's it going? Dread Life 420, I'm sure you've heard that song. You know all about the Rastafari. Sindhu's, I don't know what your question means. I feel like there was a part one to that. But I think I might have missed something. What lowers your vibration? What lowers your vibration? Chakras and chases. I just had a conversation with someone. Do you guys study astrology? Is there something going on in the stars at this moment in time? Because there has been an ungodly amount of friction in not all the areas of my life, but in some significant ones. It's been a fucking rough ride. I'm trying to keep my shit together. I'm trying to like pull out and be strong, but it's getting tough because, like I said, there's a lot of fucking shit going on right now, and I just feel like it's like thing after thing with a certain part of my life. Oh, Sindhu's, if I'm even saying that right. Actually, I always hated this. For whatever reason, all the spiritual YouTubers renounced using cannabis, and like they're all making the "Why I Gave Up Cannabis" video. It's like a tag. It's like an unwritten tag that all the spiritual YouTubers are doing. It's like, "Why I Gave Up Cannabis." The only one who's not making "Who Gave Up" or like the only spiritual YouTuber who's not doing the "I Gave Up Cannabis" tag is my boy fucking Prof Smart. He's making 10 reasons why cannabis is dope as fuck. He's just out there like, can I get a spliff? He's not saying that. But he's the only one. No, cannabis doesn't fucking lower your vibration. Why the hell would cannabis lower your vibration? You guys. Anything used in excess is bad. Anything. If you're the type of person that needs to smoke just to get throughout the day, then that should tell you something, right? If you're smoking just so that you can survive, like if you can't get through your day without smoking, then you should take serious stock, serious consideration in what your day-to-day life consists of and why it is that you need to smoke weed all the fucking time to get through the day. That's not healthy. And that's not about raising or lowering your vibration. That's just you need to get your shit together, plain and simple. Um, but if you smoke cannabis because, like the way someone would have a beer, and some people would say, well, doesn't beer lower your vibration? Maybe. I don't fucking know. You guys, there's so many. First of all is mental, right? If you're going to actually go by the spiritual jargon, all is mental, all originates in the mind, and mind has power over anything. And if you can convince the mind that a certain substance does a certain thing to the body will react to that thought. And that has been documented for at least the past 50 years. And they call it the placebo effect or the nocebo effect, which is the opposite, where you tell someone in Japan, for example, they did a test where they rubbed poison oak on people and they told him, hey, we're going to rub poison oak on you. We're going to see how you break out, and we're going to study the effects of poison oak on skin. And then people were like, oh, fuck, like, yeah, sure, why not? Pay me $100. I'll let you rub a bunch of poison oak on my skin. So they rubbed a bunch of poison oak on people's skin. They all broke out in rashes. No surprise there. They did the studies they needed, and they left. The catch was people weren't actually being rubbed with poison oak. They were being rubbed with regular old leaves and shit. That people were just told that they were being rubbed with poison oak. And the body reacted accordingly. Why? Because all is mental. If you can convince someone and they believe it to a T, without doubt, without a question, it becomes a truth. It becomes a lowercase truth. So when it comes to cannabis, um, and someone convinces you that smoking cannabis lowers your vibration or something, and you believe that, then yes, smoking cannabis will lower your vibration if you've been convinced that that's the case. Now, does cannabis objectively lower your vibration? How does one tell that? I mean, if you were going to go off of how something makes you feel, how you feel changes. So that's not true. You can't just rely on your feelings because feelings change, right? So there has to be something deeper than that we can trust, which is again why we go to the mind. This is why we go to the self. It's why we go inside, because the closer to home you can get, the closer to truth you get. I keep digressing back to, is cannabis good or bad? Lowers or raises your frequency, your vibration? If you were to ask me, and I were to try to give a very fair, objective answer for whether or not cannabis lowers or raises your vibration, I would say, and I know you're not going to like this, but it depends. Are you using it as a crutch? Or are you using it to advance? Like I haven't smoked it all today. I didn't smoke yesterday or the day before that. I think the last time I burned was with my homies. Oregano. Last time I smoked oregano was with the homies. And that's how it usually is for me. It's like a way to bond with the homies. Normally, when I say homies, it's with the people I play music with. When I'm smoking the oregano and I'm playing music, it's like I just tap into parts of myself that I can do sober, but it's just so much easier. Plus, you have the aspect of the altered state of consciousness, which is nice. I mean, and to say that, I don't know, it comes down to each case, man. Don't abuse it. Don't abuse alcohol. Don't abuse cannabis. Don't abuse. I mean, people want to hate on cigarettes in the spiritual community. You see someone light up a cigarette and they're immediately shunned by the woke community. But you can go to an ayahuasca ceremony and have a shaman fucking rail ground tobacco into your nostrils. They put tobacco into a pipe shove the pipe up your nose, and blow a fat wad of pure tobacco straight down your nostrils. All the hippies are doing it. All the woke people going to the ayahuasca ceremony. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them are doing it. And of course, then it's fine. Then it's perfectly spiritual and a lifting of vibration to consume tobacco. But if I would light up a cigarette outside of a yoga studio, people would literally look at me sideways like, ugh, you know what I mean? So everyone has fucking something to say. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone wants to tell you that their way is right. I feel like the cannabis thing is a bandwagon. It was spiritual to smoke cannabis a couple of decades ago, and now it's not spiritual to smoke it. And I'm sure in a couple of decades from now, it's going to be like, it's going to be the thing to do. It just, humans are funny, man. Humans are funny creatures. We try to be so unique, but in trying to be unique, we become like everyone else because everyone else is trying to be unique, and it's like a catch-22. Like you can't be unique and you can't be like other people, or you fail either way. So that's where it's like, fuck trying to be unique, like fuck trying to go against the grain just to go against the grain, fuck trying to be woke, fuck trying to be spiritual, or fuck trying to be whatever, just just do you, and try to step on as little toes as you possibly can, right? We don't want to be a dick about being ourselves, but just do whatever the fuck makes you happy. If you want to smoke a blunt, fucking smoke a blunt. Like, who gives a shit? Are you? And then you ask yourself, again, take stock in life. A sincere question: am I smoking cannabis as a crutch? Am I doing it too much? Am I feeling like shit when I'm doing it? When I'm doing it, but I'm only doing it because everyone else is doing it, and I want to be cool. If that's the case, then yes, it is lowering your vibration. If it makes you feel like shit, it's probably lowering your vibration. But if you love doing it and you're a successful person and it's only adding value to your life and you're responsible, then fucking smoke herb. Clearly, I'm a little bitter about the cannabis talk and the spiritual community. Don't let my bitterness influence your guys' judgment. It's just my opinion on the matter. But yeah, that's that. I know I was supposed to start the reading like days ago, but play some Revolution. I'm gonna play some Revolution. It's exactly what I'm gonna do. Fun fact, Dreadlife 420. Revolution is from Santa Barbara, where I currently live. And when I look out across my window, there's Santa Barbara Bowl. I can hit it with a rock. And one of Bob Marley's most famous live performance was 1982 at the Santa Barbara Bowl. And when you look him up on YouTube and you see him, he's got the famous pictures of him wearing the blue jean jacket. I think it's a blue jean jacket and like brown khaki pants. And he's just all dreadleg rasted out. He's right fucking here across the street, man. Right across the street. Revolution plays there. Iration plays there, both from Santa Barbara. Bob Marley was playing there a couple decades ago. There's a lot of magic right here. There's a lot of good energy right around here. Come on. Sorry, you guys. It's hard to keep up with you guys' comments. Molly, you want to know what the backstory of my name is? I'm kind of a nerd. There's a TV show that I like a lot. It's called Supernatural. It's about two brothers that travel the country fighting the supernatural. Monsters, demons, and angels, and the king of hell, and all kinds of cool shit, witches and werewolves and vampires and jinn, all of it. And later, like in the 7th or 8th season, they introduced the Men of Letters. And the Men of Letters are Um, so the two brothers that travel the country, they're called hunters. They just go around sleeping in hotels, like kind of cowboys, killing bad guys. But the men of letters do the same thing, but are more sophisticated. They have like hundreds of thousands of books, huge libraries of knowledge, and really cool weapons and gadgets. But they're old school. It's kind of like Indiana Jones meets, I don't know, Indiana Jones meets someone. It's like a scholar, adventurer, occult specialist. And I loved it. I was like, Man of Letters is dope as fuck. And I really like that idea of like early 1900s is when the Men of Letters were big. That style. So that's where the name of my channel came from. Greetings. It's a test of Universal Broadcasting System. What up, Mad Love? Send those. All right. I'm reading your guys' comments, so sorry if I'm spacing out on you. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves while I catch up. If there's anything I should know about, remind me. Gianni. Oh, I forgot about putting Revolution on. Jake the Snake, that's a good point. You should definitely write down your realizations and you should definitely take a break. Here's one thing I do it from even alcohol. I will give up cannabis and alcohol um, for at least 30 days every year. Usually in January, I'll just do 30 days straight, kind of a reboot. No caffeine, no alcohol, no cannabis. Um, it's always good to reboot, you guys, and not because those things are inherently bad, but just because I don't know, it just feels right for me to do stuff like that. When the cannabis was a depressant, I mean, I would beg to differ in that it's a depressant. Um, what's up, 7SH? Rasta. 7SH. I would like to smoke other herbs. I've been thinking about making my own herb blends because I do. I'll admit this to you guys right here. I Part of the reason why I smoke is because I feel like it's cool to smoke, but I don't always like to be high. You know what I mean? Sometimes I don't. I would prefer not to be high. So it would be nice to have like joints made out of lavender and mugwort, for example, right? Just so because I do think it's cool and like the act of burning something and smoke and the feel and the texture and um, it is very Man of Letters esque with a really cool Gandalf pipe or some shit like that. You know what I mean? There's something very ritualistic about smoking that I really do enjoy. Oh, J too sweet for words. You know those from the show? Well, yes, it is. Oh, Miss Megan, I'm so glad you guys know Man of Letters because that show is exactly where I got the name of this channel from. 7SH, you smoke Kalea Z? I have for those of you guys that don't know, I make a lucid dreaming tincture. And come on, you always want to focus on my face. Focus on the damn thing. You're not gonna do it for me, are you? But the two things I use are mugwort and Kalea Zakate Chichi. Um, and you guys have heard of it too. That's kind of cool. Marina. Oh, nice. Ariana sent you. She's downstairs, I think. Um, cool. J2 Sweet for Words. When you try your dream blend, it's gonna taste like ass. But it's gonna work. I'm actually getting used to it. It's not as bad as it used to be. Cool, you guys. So, how about this? I wanted to do a live reading for the Emerald Tablets, but if you guys just want to keep spitballing Q&As and stuff like that, we could do that too. I'm totally down for that. Bum-ba-lum. Well, it's about that time for us to look around and meet somebody new. Let's welcome in familiar faces, have somebody new. Alright, tell them you're sorry, but there's ways to change the wrong to right. Ah, oh, Destiny, that's right. You're telling me about the chocolate. I gotta get on the chocolate game. Oh, yeah. Like after a Patronus spell. Well said. Well said. By the way, at any point, if the music is too loud, you guys, just let me know because I can't tell if it's too loud or not. Ooh, all right. Gypsy Goddess, hello, hello. The herb is right here. I haven't poured the gin yet because there's no ice, and I need ice. So I thought I would just stall on the live long enough to get the ice to freeze, and then I'll go grab the cubes, pop them in, get the gin going, and realizing I've got a feeling we can be a better friend, simply complimenting every now and then. Is in the morning when we wake up and miss the night before, cause I love the music more and more. Oregano. It's oregano. Just the world's dankest oregano. What's a life without dedication? Gonna pick up that soul's intention, a soaking music, relaxation. Yeah. So what do you guys want? You guys want a live reading or what? I've just been bullshitting here. Well, I want you, yes, yes. Ghost stories? Damn, you got the whiskey going? When I'm done with my bottle of gin, I might get some nice whiskey. Um, yeah. Conceived, distilled, and handcrafted on the island of Islay in the northeastern sector of the United States of America. Um, do I work out? You mean which way's the beach? Beaches. The beaches. That way. Yeah, work out. Not, I actually haven't been to the gym in like a month, but I do. I do work out. Read, 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 read. Blah, blah, yada, yada, yada. Damn, you guys are commenting all kinds. I can't keep up. Um. Okay. We'll do a live reading, and we'll do breakdowns during the live reading. Because that sounds nice. So does this song, though. Revolution's so dope. Revolution's so dope. Okay, we'll always. I'm actually gonna get some ice right now. All right, you guys. I'll start the reading at 9:55. I'm going to get the ice for the gin. So. Hello, y'all. Listen, I'm probably going to do ASMR videos pretty soon. Watch. Doesn't it sound wonderful? The botanist. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. I'll be here all week. My name's Keith Garcia. Please, no flash photography. Please, no flash photography. No, but seriously, I'm going to do ASMR videos one day. Son of earth and sky. Well said. That's all. That's what we're talking about. It's best, no matter what you consume, that it is raised with love and respect for its life force. For again, everything comes from the same source. Therefore, everything is necessary in some degree is necessary, if not only to exist as a definition for its positive aspect. And that means as long as something's done with love, then it's usually going to be good for you. Whether you're drinking gin with the homies, responsibly and respectfully. I really need to trim my beard. I get shit in it. But all right. Let me just pull up the text for the emerald tablets. All right.
Is there a charger?
I don't know. I'm gonna put the Egyptian name music on real quick, you guys. Set the mood with some Egypt. I kind of want to light more candles too, though. I typed in Egyptian flute music and it pulled up Mariah Carey because she sang that stupid Prince of Egypt song. I mean, not stupid, it's actually a fucking banger of a song. But... Andulaira. Cool. It was a dark, stormy night. All the spooky creatures were out. All the spooky ass witches and voodoo masters and shit were just turning people into chickens and whatnot. So we had to light all the candles in the house. But all there was beehives outside. So we melted down the wax. And that's how beeswax candles were invented. By yours truly. Because I'm the beeswax master. You're welcome. I just made all that up. All right. Well, Emerald Tablets Index online text. Chapter 11. Wait, didn't I read The Key to Above and Below last time? I feel like I read this last time. Does anybody remember? Were any of you on the live last time? So I feel like I read this last time. No, I can't play reggae in the background because it feels... Nah. Sorry, Dreadlight 420. I can't do it. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. Oops. Ah. I'm confused. Where did my thing go? All right, you guys ready? Do, 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 do. All right, I need a green light from you guys when you're ready. In case some of you still have to pack your oregano or pour your glasses of vino. Bada bing, bada boom. All right. And here we go. The Emerald Tablets. Chapter 11. The key to above and below. Hear ye and list ye, O children of Chem, to the words that I give that shall bring ye to the light. Ye know, O men, that I knew your fathers. I, your fathers, in a time long ago. Deathless have I been through all the ages, living among thee, since your knowledge began. Leading ye upward to the light of the great soul have I ever striven, drawing ye from out of the darkness of night. Know ye, O people amongst whom I walk, that I, Toth, have all of the knowledge, and all of the wisdom known to man since the ancient days. Keeper have I been of the secrets of the great race, holder of the key that leads into life. Bringer up have I been to ye, O my children, even from the darkness of the ancient days. List ye now to the words of my wisdom. List ye now to the message I bring. Hear ye now the words I give to thee, and ye shall be raised from the darkness to light. Far in the past, when I first came to thee, found I thee in caves of rocks. Lifted I thee by my power and wisdom until thou didst shine as men among men. I found thee without any knowing. Only a little were ye raised beyond the beasts. Fanned I ever the spark of thy consciousness until at last ye flamed as men. Now shall I speak to thee knowledge ancient beyond the thought of thy race. Know ye that we of the great race had and have knowledge that is more than man's. Wisdom gained from the star-born races, wisdom and knowledge far beyond man. Down to us had descended the masters of wisdom, as far beyond us as I am from thee. List ye now while I give you wisdom. Use it, and free thou shalt be. So, I guess we can stop there for a second. Not the only thing, but one of the main things that stands out so far is how he came to the powers of wisdom of man. Toth is saying to humanity how far he is from humanity, how much further along the evolutionary path he has come. But he says that even he himself and his race learned from the Starborn, and the Starborn were people that were as far ahead of him as he is from us. The way I see ancient history is, when taken into consideration all the various civilizations and what they say on how they had their origins and all the structures that should not exist, etc., I believe that in our past there was a superior race that we called gods, the ones that we write about in our religious texts, for example. Um, these gods weren't the creators of the universe, not existence, not the creators of existence. They were creators of us, more or less, and planet Earth, which, in the grand scheme of existence, really isn't that big of a feat. I mean, Earth is you know, is literally one in a trillion different planets that probably just as good off as we are. Basically, what I'm getting at is there's nothing particularly special about Earth or about the gods that created it. Um, it's just that. Sorry, I have something I want to say, but it's basically what I'm getting at is people put a lot of power into hands of the gods and the spirits and deities, in plants and animals and totems. People put all kinds of power in other things, basically, and forget that the evolution of consciousness is the evolution of consciousness is, if I may be so bold to say, the point of existence, period, is for um, consciousness to evolve and ascend until it meets oneness again. And along the path of ascension, there's just adventure, right? Ups and downs and death and murder and pillage and plunder and happiness and love and more hate and more love and more plundering and pillaging and building cool ships and sailing across oceans and fucking meeting other people who are more advanced than us along the way, but they're so far advanced than us that we think they're a god and that we should worship them. But in reality, they are but the same fucking thing. They are their own version of consciousness trying to ascend to get back to source. And why that's important is because you guys have more power than you realize. There are people who have more power than you and entities that have more or further evolution of consciousness than you do, of course. But what Thoth says a number of times in the Emerald Tablets is this is the path that we are destined to be on. Also, we will be so far ahead of another race of people that they will think that we are gods. And and that's literally already happened here on planet Earth. When the people from the New World landed in the Americas, they called them the gods because they came with these big machines that made noise like thunder and plates of armor. It's just crazy. They were godlike. So, long story short, don't buy into the hype. Um, that there's that much difference in between you and the magical things that you aim at, like the magical things that you want to accomplish or become, or the type of entity that you want to transform into is not only possible, but it is destined. It is literally destined. To ascend to truth and oneness is the ultimate goal. The reintegration with source is the ultimate goal in one form or another. Yeah. So we will continue. I will find my place. Far in the past when I first came to thee, now shall I speak of knowledge ancient. All right, here we go. Know ye that in the pyramid I builded are the keys that shall show ye the way into life. I draw ye a line from the great image I builded to the apex of the pyramid, built as a gateway. Draw ye another opposite in the same angle and direction. Dig ye and find that which I have hidden. There shall ye find the underground entrance to the secrets hidden before ye were men. Tell ye I now of the mystery of cycles that move in movements that are strange to the finite, for infinite are they beyond the knowledge of man. Know ye that there are 9 of the cycles, I 9 above and 14 below, moving in harmony to the place of joining. The place of joining that shall exist in the future of time. Know ye that the lords of the cycles are units of consciousness sent from the others to unify this with the all. Highest are they of the consciousness of all the cycles, working in harmony with the law. Know that they that in time all will be perfected, having none above and none below, but all one in perfect infinity, a harmony of all and the oneness of all. So this is basically, not basically, but this is an allusion to that. So hold on, let me go back. Know they that in time all will be perfected, having none above and none below. So by this is pretty cool. As above, so below only exists outside of oneness. And it says everything that exists outside of oneness will correspond to each other. The law that is as above, so below is its actual name is the law of correspondence, which is a little more accurate of a way to describe this law. It says everything corresponds to everything else because everything came from the same thing. Therefore, everything contains within it a piece of that thing, a piece of the all. And it will show that in its form, in its mind, in its body, in its soul. It will show those corresponding elements as above, so below. But that's only an extension from God, an extension from Source, because it says, "Know they that in time all will be perfected, having none above and none below." And the reason why is because it doesn't exist. If there's none below and none above, then you just have oneness. That's all that's left, and that is perfection. That is why perfection doesn't exist in this world, is because perfection is oneness. Perfection is that which does not change, because if it changed, it wouldn't be perfect. Perfect is one thing forever. Like if your perfect color is red, right, then it has to be red forever. Might be kind of not the best example, but we'll continue. Deep neath the earth's surface in the halls of Amenti sit the 7, the lords of the cycles, I, and another, the Lord from below. Yet know thee that in infinity there is neither above nor below, but ever there is and ever there shall be oneness of all when all is complete. Oft have I stood before the lords of the all. Bless you. Oft at the fount of their wisdom have drunken and filled both my body and soul with their light. Spake they to me and told me of cycles and the law that gives them the means to exist. I spake to me, the Lord of the Nine, saying, O Toth, great are ye among earth children, but mysteries exist of which ye know not. Ye know that ye come from a space-time below this, and know ye shall travel to a space-time beyond. But little ye know of the mysteries within them. Little ye know of the wisdom beyond. Know ye that ye as a whole in this consciousness are only a cell in the process of growth. I feel like the YouTube Egyptian flute music just turned to spin for the cheesier. It's just getting progressively more cheesy as we go. We're gonna have to make a switch up to the music right now. How you guys doing on the other side? Everything still going? Is this thing on? Is it muted? Is it still live? I haven't been talking to a ghost. Old and miserable. What up, man? We gotta get you a new screen name, man. All right, hold on. Es más mejor. Looking at that name, any ideas? Not off the top of my head. Or maybe that could be your name, just not off the top of my head. All right, cool, you guys. I'm gonna keep running this bad boy. We left off at knowledge and ability to blend the law of the whole. Nope, that's not where we're at. Okay. We ended with a cell in the process of growth. So the consciousness below thee is ever expanding in different ways from those known to thee. It, though in space-time below thee, is ever growing in ways that are different from those that were part of the ways of thine own. For know that it grows as a result of thy growth, but not in the same way that thou didst grow. The growth that thou had and have in the present have brought into being a cause and effect. No consciousness follows the path of those before it, else all would be repetition and vain. I'm just gonna stop right there. This is a phenomenal line. No consciousness follows the path of those before it, else all would be repetition and vain. The growth that thou had and have in the present have brought into being a cause and effect. Each consciousness in the cycle it exists in follows its own path to the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is the same for all things, but how they get there is different to each and every single one of them. That's where the ego comes into play. The ego gives us the illusion of individuality so that we may go about our lives as we wish, so that consciousness can have an infinite amount of apertures in which to see itself through the lens of humans, the countless varieties of humans and all the weird shit that they're into, but also through the eyes of inanimate things that still contain consciousness, like rocks and shit, like fire and wind, earth, fire, the elements, and stars and galaxies, and black holes and dark matter and wormholes. And again, the original cause, like it talks about cause and effect, the original cause was the original thought of oneness. And because everything is the original thought of oneness, everything contains within it oneness. That is cause and effect. You can't have an effect that doesn't have a piece of the cause. Everything that creates something, everything after that has a piece of it. Like having children. Every time you make a child, your genetic material is in that child. So as long as your lineage continues to make babies, your DNA somewhere is going to be in every single thing that exists, extending from you. The universe is the same exact thing, as above, so below, right? Only the original thing was the original thought that put us into place. So if you take the first action of existence, which is another reason why time exists. So people say time is an illusion, but it's time is an illusion is another pet peeve of mine that the spiritual community uses all the time that I really fucking don't like. What's the timestamp on this, by the way? Can one of you guys timestamp this for me and let me know? Anywho, one of the things that I hate the most about when people say that it's an illusion, time is an illusion, is that they discredit time by saying it's an illusion, as if it doesn't matter that time is an illusion, um, as if the fact that different events are separated by something is irrelevant to some degree. And what I mean by that is time exists so that different events happen at different times, so that we have the perception of continuity. It is our consciousness that shifts from thing to thing that actually shifts us through time, if that makes sense. But because oneness is infinite, and there's a such thing as the word infinite, then sorry, this is getting super. It's getting super deep, but I can say this easier. Time exists because we have to have a measure for infinity. To say oneness is infinite means you have to introduce a scale, and time is that scale. Infinite time is that scale, beginning and end, eternal. So time came into existence with the original thought to give separation between different events or occurrences. Time is not end all, right? Time is not truth in that sense. But you guys, everything that's not oneness is an illusion. You're an illusion. I'm an illusion. Time is an illusion. Thoughts are illusions. Love is an illusion. Everything that extends from source isn't. Hate is an illusion. Everything that extends away from source is an illusion, because it's not truth with a capital T. Right? Truth with a capital T, oneness, God, if you will, is eternal. It's God is the underlying substantial reality of existence. It's force, it's energy, it's whatever, chi, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It is that infinite thing. That's the only real thing. We are thoughts inside of that thing. We are Hamlet to Shakespeare, only infinitely greater and more interactive and conscious, because we are the consciousness of oneness. Oneness is existing through us and witnessing through our eyes. It's crazy, man. It's like oneness is crazy. Like existence is fucking crazy. Anywho, we'll keep going. Um, Know ye that in circles below us are working the minor parts of the law. Blah, blah. Okay, so, and then it continues on. Know ye that ye in the circles below us are working on the minor parts of the law, while we of the cycle that extends to infinity take the striving and build greater law. Basically, just saying that depending upon where you are in your understanding of truth, it depends on what type of tasks you're going to be tackling. Some working on the minor laws and some working on the major laws. Each has its own part to play in the cycles. Each has his work to complete in his way. The cycle below thee is yet not below thee, but only formed by a need that exists. For know that the fountain of wisdom that sends forth the cycles is eternally seeking new powers to gain. You know that knowledge is gained only by practice, and wisdom comes forth only from knowledge, and thus are the cycles created by law. Means are they for the gaining of knowledge, for the plane of law that is the source of the all. The cycle below is not truly below, but only different in space and in time. The cycle below thee is not truly below, but only different in space and in time. The consciousness there is working and testing lesser things than those you are. No, just as you are working on greater, so above ye are those who are also working, as you are on yet other laws. The difference that exists between the cycles is only an ability to work with the law. We who have being in cycles beyond thee are those who first come forth from the source and have in the passage through time-space gained the ability to use laws of the greater that are far beyond the conception of man. Nothing there is that is really below thee, but only a different operation of law. This is teaching, you guys. This is truth. This is how we progress. This last line is how Thoth helps us. This is how he teaches us. Listen, this is how you're gonna. This is the law of correspondence. This is as above, so below. This is what I fucking harp off and live off of and eat, breathe, shit this stuff straight from the book itself. There is nothing that is really below thee, but only a different operation of law. I'm gonna give an example first before I try to explain myself, because examples help a lot more than explanations. Birds fly, right? Birds fly with their wings. The shape of their wings, without breaking down the science too much, the shape of their wings forces them to stay in the air. They fly by the shape of their wings, by their layout. The Wright brothers copied that design by nature so that they could create the first airplane, and they learned how to mimic birds' wings to fly themselves. Flight, humans could have flown throughout history. Humans could have flown 4,000 years ago. The laws for us to fly have been in existence since the dawn of time. We just didn't understand the laws of nature well enough to learn how to fly. So when Toth says, let me find it, Toth says, um, he says, we who have being in cycles beyond thee. So he's saying, we, my people who have lived longer than you have, are those who first came forth from source. So they've been here longer, and in passage through time and space, gained ability to use laws of the greater that are far beyond the conception of man. So it's a fancy way of saying that they're smarter than us because they've been around longer than us. Makes sense, right? You gain knowledge over time. So if you've been here longer, in theory, you should be smarter. But then he goes on to say, nothing is there that's really below you. So he, and in turn, he's saying we are not below him. We are all equal. We are all coming from the same things. The only things is that the laws that he's working on are applied to bigger things, like the bird, for example. It took us a while to figure out how bird wings work, but once we did, it opened up a whole nother world of inventions for us. Now we're on the moon because we literally figured out how birds could fly forever using the same laws to achieve greater things, depending upon our ability to imagine greater things. And to me, this is why I think it's um, why I think Einstein, for example, said that more important than intelligence is creativity, because we're only limited by what we can imagine. Our imagination is our literal limit, not just something that you write on a poster and put inside of a fifth grader's classroom. You know what I mean? It's a literal statement. I was talking to my dad at work the other day. My dad works in construction, and he has forever. And part of what he was telling me, part of being someone that works in construction, is troubleshooting. Because in construction, shit goes wrong all the time. All the fucking time, shit goes wrong. But what separates good construction workers from bad ones is that the good ones can troubleshoot, and they go, okay, well, I haven't come across this problem before, but I've come across a ton of problems like it, so I'm going to apply one law to another law. And that's what existence is, period, you guys. It's applying what you do know to learn about the unknown. And the reason why you can apply what you do know to the unknown and it work is because everything corresponds to everything else. As above, so below. We exist in the thought of one thing, and everything is connected to that one thing in some form or another. It is our job to find the similarities between two seemingly different things, and in finding those similarities, we find out the truth about that thing. Back to the Wright brothers. They wanted to fly. People looked at them and said, "You're fucking crazy. How could humans fly? We don't have wings." Again, because they couldn't imagine flight without wings. They were hindered by their lack of imagination. The Wright brothers looked at birds and they said, "Well, birds fly. Why the fuck can birds fly and not humans?" So okay, well, they have wings. All right, well, how are the wings important? What is it? The shape of the wings? Is it what the wings are made out of? What about the wings are making birds fly? They learned the laws of birds and they applied it to the law of flight and the law of man, and they created a fucking plane. And now we have machines floating literally outside of the solar system, taking pictures and sending them back to us. And not even 150 years ago, people were calling the Wright brothers crazy, saying that we can't even fly 10 feet off of the ground. You know what I'm saying? That we are only limited by our imagination. Um, and knowing the law of as above, so below should give you confidence in your ability to figure out your problems, your ability to troubleshoot your life, um, and at least having faith that you can do it. You know what I mean? If people can go from not believing in airplanes to landing on the moon in a century, then the human mind is capable of fucking phenomenal things. It's just proof right there. So use your imagination. Uh, and we will continue with the tablets. I'm probably only going to read one tonight because when I read and do the commentary, it takes forever to finish. But where was I? Okay, we'll continue. Look thee above or look thee below. The same shall ye find. For all is but part of the oneness that is at the source of the law. The consciousness below thee is part thine own, and as we are a part of yours. You as a child had not the knowledge that came to you when you became a man. Compare ye the cycles to man in his journey from birth unto death, and see in the cycle below thee the child with the knowledge he has, and see yourself as a child grown older, advancing in knowledge as time passes on. See ye we also the child grown to manhood with the knowledge and wisdom that came with the years. So also, O Toth, are the cycles of consciousness, children in different stages of growth, yet all from the one source, the wisdom, and all to the wisdom returning again. Ceased then he from speaking, and sat in the silence that comes to the Lord's. Then again spoke he unto me, saying, O Toth, long have we sat in Amenti, guarding the flame of the life in the halls, yet know we are still part of our cycles with our vision reaching unto them ends beyond. I know we that of all, nothing else matters excepting the growth we can gain with our soul. Know us, the flesh is fleeting. The things men count great are nothing to us. The things we seek are not of the body, but are only the perfected state of the soul. When you as men can learn that nothing but progress of soul can count in the end, then truly are you free from all bondage, free to work in a harmony of law. Know, O man, ye should aim at perfection, for only thus can ye attain the goal. But you should know also that nothing is perfect, yet it should be thy aim and thy goal. Ceased again the voice of the nine, and into my consciousness the words had sunk. Now seek I ever more wisdom, that I may be perfect in law with the all. Soon go I down to the halls of Amenti to live beneath the cold flower of life. Ye whom I have taught shall never more see me, yet live I forever in the wisdom of taught. All that man is because of his wisdom. All that he shall be is the result of his cause. List ye now to my voice and become greater than common man. Listen to my voice and become greater than common man. Lift thine eyes upward, let light fill thy being. Be thou ever children of light. Only by effort shall ye grow upward to the plane where light is the all of the all. Be ye the master of all that surrounds thee. Never be mastered by the effects of life. Create then ever more perfect causes, and in time shall thou be son of the light. Be the effect, not the cause, you guys. Be the effect, not the cause, is all that's saying. Free, let thine soul soar ever upward, free from the bondage and fetters of night. Lift thine eyes to the sun and the sky space. For thee, let it be a symbol of life. Know that thou art the greater light, perfect in thine own sphere, when thou art free. Look not ever into the blackness. Lift up thine eyes to the space above. Free, let thine light flame upward, and thou shalt be a child of the light. Cool. Well, that was fun. Spooky, spooky, spooky. What up, you guys? Oh shit. Anybody want to chime in? Um, yeah, that was. So, recap on Emerald Tablets, as above, so below. The more I read the Emerald Tablets, the less I see Toth as a god, and the more I see him as like a really smart, a really advanced homie. Bathroom. What was I saying? Yeah, Toth is smart. Yeah, because he says it in a bunch of different spots in the Emerald Tablets. A number of times he's like, "Yo, I'm really far ahead of you, but there's people who are really far ahead of me, and they're just as far ahead of me as I am of you, and still there's more people ahead of them." And he's just like, and he's just saying that there's loss. The Hermetic philosophy, the Kabbalion, they're laws. There's 7 laws, and they are the patterns of the universe. And if you learn how to use those laws, you will be causes instead of effects. Because you cannot escape. Remember, you cannot escape law. You can rise above it. you can rise above it. But when you rise above and you get to the next plane, for example, the same laws exist in that plane, just to a different degree, all the way up to infinity, all the way up to source, to oneness, to God. Yeah. I can see the merch now. Old and miserable like your style. Society said, do it. Do it. I'm trying to get one of those. Yes. Just like with his feet up and his arms behind his head, he's just like this, hanging out on like a hammock or something with the monkey that he's always with. Me, I have so many projects going on right now. I don't think I could squeeze in a t-shirt project. I've already got my candles, my dream potions, my essential oils. Ouch. Um, t-shirts is not in the mix yet. Oh, that's right. The baboon is an ibis, or is the baboon an ibis? I'm confused now. Can you dig it? We can dig it. Can y'all dig it? So what up, y'all? Did you guys learn anything from the Emerald tablets? What was your favorite part? Not Emerald tablets. What was your favorite part of that correspondence? We can dig it. Can you dig it? We can dig it. By the way, we hit 4,000 subscribers. We hit 4,000 subscribers sometime this afternoon. I think we're at 4,011 as we speak. So, Man of Letters is doing well. Thanks to your guys' support and help, I might add. Thank you very much. I see you guys sharing all the videos. I really do. Actually, I see the analytics, and you guys share the hell out of my videos, and I really do appreciate that because it really does help the cause. I know. I'm stoked too. I'm actually super stoked, and it's been less than a year. It's in March. It'll be a year I started the channel, and I'll probably be close to 5,000 by then, which is pretty cool. Or maybe I'll go viral at that point, and I'll be at like 50,000 by then. That would be even cooler. It's possible. I just got to get that viral video. I have a bunch of bangers, but none of them have gone viral, so it's hard to get a huge boost if I don't get a video that's getting, 20 plus thousand views on it. I have a couple, couple of my audiobooks have Emerald Tablets audiobook has almost 60,000 views right now, which has been carrying the channel by far as growth on my channel. But everything else has been going pretty good too. The live readings have actually been a lot of fun. They've been a much bigger hit than I thought. I thought the lives were whatever. I never used to like doing lives because I thought it just didn't look as cool and aesthetically pleasing as the regular videos. With the nice editing and the nice music in the background and the nice video picture, and it's all well lit and I'm well spoken, and I edit out the parts where I don't speak very well, etc. Um, but no, the lives are actually turning out to go much further for the channel than those. Go figure. Um, and the only time I put into the lives are the time I'm actually shooting them. I don't edit lives at all, which is super dope too. So yeah. Smash that like button, friends and fams. Mad love. Just living up to his or her name right now. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Definitely hit the like button for sure. Come on. We should be killing it. Again. No, you guys have done enough. Don't even worry about it. We'll grow. We'll do the thing. We'll definitely do the thing. Ooh, I think that's brother. That's Ricky, right? Not Dad. I'm a her. Mad love. Thank you. Everyone give Mad Love the mad love she deserves because she's being super homies. You've never seen me with an Egyptian ankh? That's because I don't own an Egyptian ankh. Next question. Oh, sorry, Pops. You and Ricky literally have the same YouTube name. You guys are both. Oh no, you're Richards Garcia with an S. How do you? How did you? Oh, nice. Yeah, I talked to Ricky, Dad. He said that he called me when he landed, but yeah. Imagine if I was an Egyptian ankh, just. Cool. So unless you guys have anything exceptionally noteworthy, worth mentioning, asking, or introducing, then I'm probably gonna log out because it's 11 and I'm getting tired and hungry. I set it up. I set what up? Pops, what are you talking about? Ah, that's hot. Cool. Old and miserable. I will definitely keep eye on the emails. East Coast time? Damn. 12, 1, 2. 2, you're up at 2 o'clock in the morning on the live? Real MVPs right there, you guys. You guys are the real MVPs. Um, Thanks for kicking it on East Coast time because it's like 2 in the morning over there. 12, 1, 2. Yeah, 2 in the morning. Thanks, Autumn. I appreciate it. All right, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. And maybe next time we'll finish the Emerald Tablets. But either way, you guys have a good night. Be safe. All right, you crazy kooks.